Alright, listen boys, before this video starts, if you are not subscribed, make sure to do so down below. We are super close to 10k. I'm trying to hit that. I appreciate all the support on the recent videos. Much love boys, enjoy this one. Alright, what's good boys? Today we're doing 8 full tips that pro players do, which you guys do not do. If you guys want more tutorial kind of tip videos, make sure you guys let me know down below in the comments. You guys made sure to let me know in the last one, so I appreciate that. And also, if you don't know why I'm giving this tutorial, I've been a PC champion for about 5 years. I'm also a pro IGL, so I do have some understanding of this game to a high degree. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Alright, tip number 1 that pro players do is called phantom pressure. So phantom pressure is a pretty simple concept. What you guys want to be doing is you want to make sure that everything on the map as you spawn in as an attacker, you're opening barricades and doorways to give you avenues to hit the bomb site. Even if the windows are across the map, you want to make sure you're opening as many barricades as possible to give you later avenues in the round to go and use. So for example, if the map is chalet and the site's upstairs, what you guys want to be doing is you want to make sure you're opening up all the windows around the map to give you guys avenues and ways to hit the bomb site. So you want to make sure library windows are open. You want to get a guy spawning outside K9, opening up front door, K9, big window. You can have one of your library spawn guys go to the roof, open up bathroom and piano window, maybe even the west main one as well. And you can have a guy spawn outside solar, open up solar and trophy windows. Because if you're opening all these barricades, you're not sure as a defender if someone's actually playing on those barricades or not. Essentially, you're making the defenders second guess themselves constantly during the round. Alright, tip number 2 is clearing utility. As an attacker, you need to be clearing your proper utility in order to functionally hit a bomb site. In ranked, defense is often viewed as typically overpowered because you're able to sit behind tons of utility. For example, you could have your Malusis, your Fenders, shields, barbed wire, etc. When you're attacking, it's important to clear your defensive util to open different avenues to attack. Similarly to the phantom pressure that we just talked about, by doing this step, you give yourself an edge by creating multiple paths to attack. Great operators that are fundamental to this concept are Twitch, Brava, any hard support ops, frag grenades. Ranked players constantly complain that defense is way too OP, and while that's true to an extent, you need to be able to set up your attacks for success. This is an essential concept that pro players do all the time that typical rank stacks are not doing. Alright, number 3 is meta ops and default takes. So this tip kind of goes without explaining that the pro players in this game use the meta to their advantage. Explaining the whole entire current meta would be impossible to do in this video, but it's pretty obvious to see what operators are stronger than others. For example, on attack, you've got shields at your disposal, which are extremely strong currently. On defense, you've got ops like Azami, Valkyrie, and Fender, which are also great picks. There are pretty obvious clear reasons why these ops are always constantly banned in rank. You want to make sure you're bringing as many meta ops to your attacks and your defenses as possible to give you the best edge of winning a round. For example, on defense, you're always going to want to have a trap op in order to stop lurks and easy avenues to the bomb site. Ops like this could be Legion, Fender. There's a reason why these guys are always played in every single rank game is because they hold areas of the map for you that you don't have to hold yourself. These said operators lead me into my next point, which are the default site setups and the attacks. For defense, you need to learn how to set up your bomb site in the correct way. I see so many of this in ranked when I solo queue. People do not know how to set up a bomb site in order to make it effective and usable. If you're playing the site shotgun, make sure you set up your proper rotates to maneuver around the bomb site. If you're playing Fenny and Legion, make sure you have traps on entrances, staircases, etc. For attack, you need to be opening up all the site walls if there's any site walls. You need to be clearing the utility that we just talked about, and you also have to be establishing your flanks. For every bomb site in ranked, there are these default takes that pro players resort to, and it's called the default because they work, right? Alright, tip number 4, these are getting gradually more and more important, so make sure you guys watch all the way into the end as well. Tip number 4 is calming gaps. So this tip is especially important for defense, but what pro players do, which I guarantee you're not doing enough of, is calling gaps. So if you ever watch a pro comms video, this is essential to your defense. Fundamentally, calling a gap identifies which avenue is open to your bomb site. So we can take Oregon Bunks top floor for example. If you and your boy are alive in a 2 versus 2, hypothetically, you can only hold 2 different entrances at the bomb site. For the sake of it, in this 2 versus 2, let's say the attack is open up the attic and the master hard walls, while also clearing all the util from trophy and white. So from this position, there are 4 open avenues to the bomb site. What pro players do all the time is not only calm what they're holding, they also go the extra step and identify the gaps. This makes it abundantly clear to your teammate which areas are susceptible to being pushed, and this also clearly states the possibility of what potentially could happen. Additionally, your teammate can also reposition off of the gap that you're calling, so he won't get surprised when it happens, or find a new win con. This may seem like a simple tip, but I guarantee you if you start doing this, you're going to notice way more rounds that you're going to win in your 2 versus 2s and your 3 versus 3 scenarios. Number 5 is drone work. Droning on attack is easily the most underrated utility an attacker can have. So not only can you set your pre-placed drones in the prep phase in order to create a quick entry play, Your drone work in the mid round determines the ending of a round. So what you guys are going to see often from pro stacks is they don't leave their drones in the middle of a floor or the random hallway or a door. You're often going to see pro players using their drones in tangent with the environment to get an advantage over the defenders. Pro players get their drones up high in creative spots. They don't just leave them in the open. Typically you want to get them in cover. But yeah, you can use this tip as a solo queue player as well. Honestly, this is just something to really work on in your own game. You really want to try to think about this tip often when you're playing and make sure that your drones are useful. Try to get them into more creative spots. They don't have to always just be driving into the bomb site and gathering info. You can get them in rooms around the map and get a better visual of what's going on around the map. And drones are also especially important for when someone dies because they still have the power to affect the round by calming what they see on dead drones, right? You'll see this all the time from pro players. They have an arsenal of maybe 5 to 6 drones still alive when 1 or 2 players are dead, and they're still calming win conditions while they're dead because that's the power of drones, right? So yeah, drones are super underrated. Make sure you're using them to your full potential. All right, number 6 is a power. So pro players do this all the time, and it's something kind of similar to the gap calling, which normal ranked players do not do enough of. I guarantee you're not doing this enough, and it'll 100% get you more round wins.
You got off, Knight. You got off.
Do it in power? I can walk through the bridge. Jumping over.
Yeah, something.
The concept again is pretty simple. So when a player calls a power, it means that the remaining players left on the team push an area of the map together to either regain map control or cause a reaction. So let's say you're defending bar on Villa. If the attack opens up the entire bomb site around you, like the study wall, the fall wall, they're pushing from top red, top main, you can't just sit there and take it the whole round. Bruh. In order to win these unwinnable rounds on defense, you have to get proactive, right? This is something I see in ranked all the time when I'm attacking with my stack. Defenders literally will just freeze and sit still. What a power does is it gives you a chance to win rounds by retaking space. So in that same situation on Villa, you could say you could power top red, power through 90 if the vault wall is open. You can even power study. So pretty much you just pick an area of the map that you're getting pushed by the attack. The entire defense focuses on that one side of the map for the duration of the power and tries to win the gunfights or get trades at least on that side. While powers may not always work all the time, you'll be surprised about how many rounds you'll actually be able to win from these unwinnable spots by using powers to your advantage. All right, tip number 7 kind of goes in tangent with powers as well. It's double swinging. So the concept of double swinging is also super simple. If you know that somebody is holding an angle on you or a cutoff, for example, all you have to do is ask a teammate to come with you and double swing this position.
Yeah, one's gonna play EXO and one's gonna hold for breach.
Okay. Do we double swing the guy breach? You ready? 3,
yeah.
2, 1.
Also next there.
Double swinging ensures that you have a higher win percentage on a gunfight that you're going to take. At the worst, double swinging almost always guarantees you have a trade with you. This trade is way better than taking a solo gunfight, even if you know he's there, and having the opportunity to lose the gunfight. But more often than not, by double swinging, you both get to live because it causes so much chaos that the opponent doesn't even have time to react what's going on. Make sure you implement this into your own ranked games. I'm telling you, this works. Pro players do this all the time. It's very simple. It's not hard to do, and start implementing it into your own game. All right, tip number 8, last one for the video. This is a super important tip for players that don't abuse this enough. It is the smaller tips for specific operators. So for this tip, you have to understand your operators to a higher degree to get more value out of them. This in itself could be an entire video, but pro players will use these little tips to get the most out of the current op that they're playing. So for instance, if you're on Echo, you can drive your drones outside through drone holes for teammate runouts or just for general info. If you're playing Legion, make sure to place your goo mines on the sides of door frames so they don't get shot easily or seen. If you're playing Mira, make sure you shoot out the back of the mirror window with your secondary shotgun so you can gain more visibility when using them. When you're watching pro players stream their games and play these operators, they're abusing these little secrets all the time that you may not even notice. I can guarantee you pretty much for almost every single op in the game, there's a little special fact that pro players are doing that you're not. So make sure you try to learn as many of these as possible. Like I said, I could actually turn this into an entire video, so if you guys would be interested in that, just let me know. And that concludes this video for today. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to leave it a like down below, as well as also subscribe so we're super close to 10K. Let me know down below about other tip videos you guys want to see from a pro player as well. Much love. Peace out, everybody.